The UFC, look, number one, somebody with the SCN9A gene is like the fucking, what is it called? The V1.45 or some shit? Or something point 1.47? Like, they should be, what do you call it? Like, they should go and play at the UFC. And not play, fight, or whatever at the fucking UFC. And people are gonna be shook. You know what I'm talking about? They're gonna be fucking shook because the whole point of the UFC, they're probably gonna disqualify them because they'd be like, they're gonna, the truth is gonna be exposed. They're gonna say the only point of the UFC is to see who can endure the most pain. And it's like, what? Like, that's stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what is that? That's stupid. Like, you really left your house to go see that? Like, what? So wait, no, because I'm just saying it's the exact same thing. It's literally the exact same thing. Um, let's go chop off hands. You know what I'm talking? Or play Russian roulette. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, there's pretty much kind of like the same in a sense, psychological and physical pain. So I'm just saying, like, play Russian roulette. Why don't we have a whole bunch of people go and consensually play Russian roulette? Because I'm just saying that shit can fuck people up, the UFC, but they still fucking have it like it's like a fucking big thing. Like, it's just like not visually appealing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Gaga just came out with Abracadabra. I was like, that's visually appealing. You know what I'm talking about? Like the colors, all that. You know what I'm talking about? Body is art. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just visually appealing. You know what I'm talking about? You know when you go to a museum and you see art pieces and it's just like visually appealing. You know when you see people like dancing on stage, you know, visually appealing. What else? But going and seeing some fucking people fighting like animals, because it's literally designed to look like a fucking cage, like an animal cage, kind of like a cockfight. You know what I'm talking about? Like when people watch roosters fight. You know, and they want to say people have different forms of entertainment, but it's just like, girl, what is that? Like, I'm trying to, I'm a person that tries to understand. You know what I'm talking about? I try to understand, but there are so many things I've come to understand, and I've understood them, and I'm just like, it's not my thing, but I understand it. But then there are certain things that aren't my thing, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, what? Why are you totally okay with your friends getting all fucked up on stage? Like, I don't get it. Like, you're hyped up by other people. You know what I'm talking about? It's not so much that it's just you. I feel like the UFC is just more of a hype thing and a fear of missing out type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, very not freedom like. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's just like, girl, bye. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, girl, bye. Just look at those situations and I'm just like, girl, bye. And then they wanna fight you. You know what I'm talking about? You know, whenever you say it, like, I don't like peaches. I'm not talking about lovely peaches. I'm talking about peaches, the actual fruit. Like, I don't like peaches. I don't like the taste of them. And somebody gets violent. You know what I'm talking about? And starts like hitting you and shit. That's exactly what these people are like. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're psycho. They're fucking psycho. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to watch blood and gore and get visually appealed by it, go and fucking, I don't know, go and fucking I don't know, go and fucking go to a legitimate war or something. I don't know. Like, go fight evil people. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Like, go play Resident Evil. I don't fucking know. Go fucking, I don't know, go to fucking, I don't know, like, the jungle. Go to the Amazon jungle. There's plenty of blood and gore there. Um, just saying, because the UFC is like dumb. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like always. These people are like always like they don't ever bring. You know what I'm talking about? You know when someone like brings a legitimate like paper, like paperwork and evidence, and it's just like explicitly detailed, very meticulous, proving their point. You know what I'm talking about? And then you're like, oh, now I understand it. You know what I'm talking about? Now I understand it because you went into details. You know what I'm talking about? You went into details as to how this is a fun sport and blah 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 blah, then I'd be like, oh okay, I get it. I completely respect it now. But no, it's just always like there's never like a legitimate. Do you understand? It's never legitimate. And then like the audience is like evil. I don't know how to describe it. Like they're evil. They're always like, you know, those people that just cannot get along with people in society. You know what I'm talking about? Like they only get with posses. You know what I'm talking about? They get with posses. And every time you're anywhere, like they're giving off this vibe. And you just feel it. Like they're giving off this vibe that they're better than you, they're smarter, they're richer, they're this, they're that. And then you're just like, I don't get it because the universe is so infinite. So I don't understand why you're here acting like you're better than me. Because really, at the end of the day, you can feel vibes too. And yet you're over here wasting your time, really. Because really, what you're doing is just fucking being oppressive. You know, celebrities, stupid people like that. I'm just saying, celebrities have no traction in the rest of the universe. Like, they only have traction, kind of, on this planet. Because really, at the end of the day, there are celebrities in every fucking country. And particularly, American celebrities act like they are the biggest sensation in every single country. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Lil Wayne thinks he's the biggest fucking sensation in fucking, Sri Lanka. You know what I'm talking? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, they act like they don't have, like, like countries don't have their own local celebrities. There are probably millions of celebrities in this fucking world, but all of them tend to act like they are just better than everyone else. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like a lot of them have acne, so I'm just like I don't get it. I really don't. No, because I'm just saying, like, y'all want to act all perfect and shit. It's just like, at least look perfect. You know what I'm talking about? At least look like you're, look like Hercules. You know when Hercules has the fucking light shining out of him? You know what I'm talking about? Like, they walk around, and it's just like, Hercules never had to do that. Like, there was just light coming out of him. You know what I'm talking about? Like, literal light that you could see. These people have to, like, legitimately, like, adjust their bodies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's in their body language. Like, it's literally, like, bullshit. It's like you are deliberately engaging in a type of body language to tell everyone around here that you're the best fucking person here. But for some strange reason, girl, they gonna kick you out of that fucking hotel room if you don't fucking pay on time. I'm just fucking saying, because they be acting like they show up in the fucking hotel rooms and they're like, oh, I fucking own this entire place. And it's just like, I don't know, but there's like a hotel manager. You know what I'm talking like? You know, you act rowdy, they call the police. You know what I'm talking about? Like, celebrities are always doing that. And they always think that the police is just going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm her biggest fan, so I'm just going to let her go. No. I don't know why, but I just think, like, police are trained to not give in to someone that just broke the fucking law just because, oh, they made a song. Girl, bye. No. Mm-mm. No. Because imagine someone killing your daughter and they made your favorite song. Are you going to be like, oh, no, your song... I had my daughter while I had sex to your song, so I'm gonna let you go and be free. I'm just saying, like, the UFC is like fucking, like, there's no legitimate justification for it. Like, it's just dumb. Like, if everyone there had the SCN9 aging like turned off and they're just play fighting, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll go watch it because that's silly. You know what I'm talking about? Because no one's actually getting hurt, no one's actually getting harmed. You know what I'm talking about? But as of now, that just looks like people acting. You know, they're just fucking. It's just like some stupid ass fucking like dumb shit about like, oh, who can withstand pain the longest. It's like, girl, bye. Like, what? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what is that? Why don't you go into that plane and go zero gravity? You know that plane that goes up and down in the sky? Why don't you go and do that? You know what I'm talking about? Why don't you use that money for that instead of wasting your fucking money on some nonsense just so that you can sit there and take pictures and post them online and act like you're big and bad? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's so annoying. It's like, you don't have to do that as a man. Like, that doesn't, like, the fact that you have testicles makes you a man, regardless of what anyone is fucking saying. Literally, regardless of what anyone says. Like, a woman can be like, oh, you're not a real man. This is what real men are. And Paris Hilton shows up and she says, I don't know. And it's just like, it really, like, what they say does not matter. Like, you have testicles. Like, you're going to be producing testosterone whether you want to or not. You're still a man. And if they call you weak and shit, like, that shit's so stupid. Like, weak according to what? According to your brute ass? Because you're a fucking brute. Like, you're a brute. You have to actually take me to court so that I can actually be labeled as a weak person. Like, they just say this out loud and all this fucking shit, and then they fucking think everything's fucking funny. And it's just like, I'm not talking to you. I'm just literally like, I'm sitting from a place where you can't actually talk back to me because I'm telling you to deliver something that has justification in this matter, because it's just like, there's no justification. Like, I can actually take you to court. Like, anyone can take anyone for the, like, literally the people can get together and it would be legitimate and just fucking ban the UFC. Like, the UFC has been banned before. They can ban it again. I'm just saying, because it's like stupid as hell. Now, the MMA is a different story, but it's still stupid. Like, you know, the stupid people got involved in it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, martial arts is like not a bad thing in itself. Like, I respect martial arts. Like, it's not a bad thing in itself. But then you have the stupid people that show up, like fucking Mike Maglack, Logan Paul, and fucking Joe Rogan, and then they start all this fucking shit, and then out of fucking nowhere, it's like, oh, okay, so now martial arts went from being a self-defense tactic to an offense tactic. Now y'all are fucking just hitting people and attacking people and threatening people and fear mongering and all this fucking shit. It's just like, wow, I can't believe I'm just sitting here and you're just over here like fear mongering for no fucking reason and trying to manipulate a situation where I was speaking out for myself and someone's being fucking abusive, and you're over here twisting it apart with this stupid bitch with fake ass breasts. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you don't even, the bitch here, you're fucking acting like you're protecting the fucking goddess of the universe, and it's just like, actually, she's wearing, like, no, number one, if she were the goddess of the universe, there would be nothing plastic inside of her, no silicone, no fucking lip fillers, no fucking girl, she looks like a whole fucking mess. I'm just saying, she looks like a whole mess, and you're over here fucking, I didn't even talk to her? You know what I'm talking about? And these men are so convinced that like everyone wants to sleep with these bitches. It's just like, what, like, I don't understand. Number one, no, because I'm being serious. Like, I went to the Hilton just to eat at the restaurant, and like there were these fucking like, I guess UFC idiots or whatever. I don't know if they were fighters. I don't know who the fuck they are. All I know is that they were giving vibes that were very harassment-esque for that situation. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they were kind of like dominating the restaurant. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just like, no, that's not, people come here to eat, not to be dominated while eating. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And all they care about is violence and violence and violence. And it's like, girl, I'm just gonna press the button, girl. I'm just gonna press the button. I'm not here to fight you. I'm just here, like, Second Amendment, I'm just gonna fucking kill you. Because that's the whole point of the Second Amendment, is to end an active threat, not to fucking, not to subdue someone, because you can't fucking subdue me. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm literally speaking up against something that's actually visually, psychologically, and physically offensive. Like, you aren't doing, I'm being serious. Like, when you're in public school, it never happens. I'm just saying, like, they have boxing, but boxing is made very clear. In school, look, in public school, they don't have this fucking fight until you're bleeding on the fucking floor type shit. They just don't have it. I'm just fucking saying. And people will be like, oh yeah, that's because it's very adult-like. And it's just like, actually, it's very retarded-like. Because if, I'm just saying, because not every adult supports the fucking UFC. I'm just fucking saying, so it's not very adult-like. And all these people live for ridicule. Like, they just live, like, it's like, what? This life is bullshit. Like, you just live a fucking life of just ensuring that other people aren't happy. Like, that's it. Like, that's just literally what you live for. Ensuring that other people aren't fucking happy. I'm being serious. Like, y'all are always, like, you're in a false self-defense mode, because y'all are literally offending off the fucking ass, and if somebody says, like, you're offending me, then you start acting like it's self-defense, and you continuously offend. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Obviously you don't, because y'all are fucking retarded. I think it's because of all the concussions y'all have fucking gotten from all these stupid fights y'all fucking get in. And they're very manipulative. I'm just saying, like, y'all are very manipulative. You know how they say know your audience? I guess I know my audience. My audience is fucking retarded as hell. I was aiming to have very intelligent people in my audience, but unfortunately, this is, I guess, America. I don't know. I don't know where there is a fucking country where people just have the education to realize when something's just like barbaric and stupid as shit. I don't know. Maybe Mongolia. I don't fucking know. Maybe China. I don't know. Tajikistan. I don't fucking know. What is it? Like that whole shit happening in Pakistan right now. Like that's actually funny. Like the black woman that took over Pakistan, the American black woman that showed up. That's actually funny. That's like very Lovely Peaches esque. I love it. But the UFC bullshit, I don't find it funny. It's just stupid. Like I've been to a bar before, and I was like, is this a bar or is this nonsense? You know what I'm talking about? Like the bar is just like it's a pool bar. You know what I'm talking about? And then somebody turned on the UFC, and suddenly everyone in the bar went over there, and I was like I don't get it. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a packed bar, and I was just like, I don't understand. Like it's just stupid. And then people have their arms crossed, and I was like, girl, y'all ain't proving anything. And there were lesbians in there. I'm like, girl, I really like. I swear to God, like y'all look retarded as hell here. I'm just saying, like y'all literally, what y'all are saying is that we love to disobey the law. That's literally what y'all are saying. Because really, I didn't find really anything productive in that bar. Like people were just being fucking stupid and acting. These guys, you know, these guys that are just like, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's just like I don't know how to describe it. Like they really act like I don't have any fucking rights 24 fucking 7, and they're consistently acting like they have all of the rights 24/7. And I'm thinking, okay, so you must be gay. I'm thinking, so you must be gay at this point because it's just like you want to stay in my mind. You know what I'm talking about? Like you're poly and gay, and you want me to be a part of your little poly gay group where y'all act straight 24/7. Because I'm just saying, like, what straight man does something so offensive and so oppressive to a gay man? What smart straight man does that? Like, what smart straight man does that? Unless he wants to be engraved in that gay man's head. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, what straight man does that? A smart straight man does not want, in any shape or form, a gay man thinking about him. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, they meticulously do things so that they don't get caught up in that type of situation. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And these stupid bitches, I'm just saying, like, y'all are not sexy. I'm being serious. Like, nobody thinks that sexy, plastic surgery. Like, I mean, if you get a rhinoplasty and it's just something so fucking, like, minuscule, like, fucking 2 millimeters because your nose is fucked up or cleft lip, you know what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. But, girl, you fucking plumped your lips look like this. And then you think you're an entertainer, but you actually aren't. Like you think that you're a public figure, but you actually aren't. Like the people in your audience are literally like this niche group of people that are just known collectively to just be lawless as fuck. Like they have this biker type of mentality. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Biking should just be about biking. You know what I'm talking about? Like Harley Davidson niggas. Like, don't be pulling. I saw this movie called like The Bikers or something. I don't know. It was like a few months ago. It just recently came out, and it was just all about fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And I was like, this movie's so retarded. I was like, are y'all bikers or are y'all criminals? That's what they just happen to ride on bikes. You know what I'm talking about? Biking should just be about a group that gets together and they just bike. They love biking. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it should just be about. Not fucking killing each other. Well, that's the UFC. Like, it should be boxing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, not killing each other. You know what I'm talking about? Not breaking each other's bones, leaving them scarred, all this fucking bullshit. Oh my god, I hate this man. Because really, at the end of the day, like, you can't subdue me because somebody out there supports me. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can't subdue me because somebody supports me. And even if I'm supporting myself, like, I'm just saying your best bet is to just kill me, because that's the whole point of the Second Amendment. Not to that's called tyranny. What you're doing is called tyranny. Tyranny has to do with subduction and slavery and all this fucking shit that's so fucking illegal off the fucking ass. Humiliation that's just fucking abusive. Like, it's not even humiliation. It's just fucking, like, embarrassing people and making people feel like shit 24/7 and acting like you're superior at all fucking times. I'm just saying, like, that type of fucking environment is like what the MMA has become, the UFC is. The celebrity world is, it's not about entertainment. It's just about fucking acting like you're better than everyone else. Like, that's it. I'm just saying, like, y'all need to study entertainment. Like, entertainment isn't just like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, I just made someone laugh. You know what I'm talking about? Entertainment is depth. Like, there's depth to art. There's depth to entertainment. And all these people at the end of the day, it's just like PR teams, marketing teams. All they care about is harnessing as much money so that they can just fucking act like they're fucking better than everyone else. They're not actually people that care about public entertainment. I'm being serious. Like, I'm just saying, like, how are you getting caught up in violence? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because you're not an entertainer? It's so simple. Yeah, like, your idea of entertainment is just making fun of people. Like, it's not really comedy. It's actually, like, you're doing stuff that hurts people. I'm not talking about, like, making fun of someone that actually wants to be made fun of. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? People that are consensual about this. Like, they go to the roast stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they go there to get made fun of. Like, for example, like, I don't go to Mike Majlak to go and get made fun of. Mike Malak. I don't go to go and get made fun of. Like, literally, I go over there to just address situations, address what he's fucking saying, address rights, because really at the end of the fucking day, nigga, like, you're over here fucking talking shit, like, straight up about the fucking gay community. I'm being fucking serious. And really, like, I'll just bring a fucking gun. Like, I'll just bring hydrofluoric acid. Like, you're over here, you wanna punch and throw hands and push? I'm just gonna fucking bring a knife. And it's going through your throat because you're an active threat. That's what the Second Amendment is for. It states very clearly. That's so crazy how we have amendments in this country, and one of them is literally no slavery. And you have to be, like, you literally have to go to court to be formally thrown in jail or formally charged with something in order for people to even treat you like that. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And these fucking people, because at the end of the day, like, bitch, I have certain needs. I've made that so fucking clear. Nobody can sit there and say, oh, you don't deserve that shit, and just fucking harass me like Paris Hilton does. Like, Paris Hilton thinks that I'm just, like, there for the fame. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, no, I'm there for what you stole and give it back. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm here for what you stole and give it back. Because really, at the end of the day, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a movie director, like, hardcore. When it came to fucking, like, entertainment and shit, like, I wanted to be a movie director. I wanted to be a producer of movies. I wanted to write. You know what I'm talking about? I wanted to act and all that shit. But then people started to ravage my dignity beyond fucking belief in school. And then Gaga came out, and I was like, you know what? I think I should just use music and fucking, like, destroy these people. Because Gaga was destroying people, and I loved her for that. I was like, thank you so much, Gaga, for putting Taylor Swift in her fucking place. But then she was like, and then she said she liked my song Paparazzi. So then I was like, oh my God, girlie, let's hang out. And I was like, girl, no. You should have left her where she was, in the fucking gutter. Taylor Swift and then really at the end of the day, really, let's be real, like, Taylor Swift doesn't attract, like, the little monsters or the legitimate fucking fan bases. You know what I'm talking about? Who does she fucking attract? Girl, shut your ass up, Jekyll Morden. Stop yapping, homie. Girl, I will take you to court. Like, let's go to court. Let's go to court. Because y'all want to talk all this fucking shit. Like, let's go to court. I'm being serious. Let's go to court. Let's go to court, because I have a fucking Bible of the fucking abusive shit that y'all fucking do. I'm being fucking serious. Let's go to fucking court. Because y'all want to throw hands and shit. Like, that's assault. I'm being fucking serious. Who the fuck is this Jekyll Morden? Michael Jordan? Girl, bye. Goodbye. I'm being serious. Like, let's go to fucking court, because y'all really are making this fucking society a living fucking hell. And then you have Donald Trump's fucking annoying fucking ass. Like, I'm being serious, dude. Like, this man literally, you want to tell me to stop yapping? Tell him to stop yapping. Tell Paris Hilton to stop yapping. Tell people that are literally like not talking about like space legitimately to stop fucking yapping. Stop fucking and stop being rude. I'm being fucking serious because that shit showing up. Number one, don't call me homie. Don't call me homie. Don't call me that slang bullshit because that's just bullshit. Call me by my fucking name and be legitimate. Like actually come with proof. Come with proof. I'm talking about like speak legitimate English. Don't fucking use nasty ass fucking street ghetto low gutter slang on me. Because what you're telling me is that you have a fucking criminal record off the fucking ass. And I'm being serious. Let's take it to fucking court. I'm being serious. Now I gotta screenshot this shit consistently because these fuckers are fucking like literally like you're not public. Y'all aren't public figures. Like the people that I'm talking about, like y'all literally are not public figures. There are rules that you have to fucking obey, and y'all don't obey them. And then y'all try to make it seem like, oh, we're just pushing boundaries. It's like, no, bitch, you ain't doing. You just breaking the law. And then Stormy Daniels showing up. Hello, Queen Cobra. Then Stormy Daniels showing up and all that fucking bullshit. It's just like, why are y'all fucking shoving porn stars down the throats of people? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, it's just so insane how this fucking country, like, number one, they claim to represent people, but it's just like, no, you represent people that have more money than other people. Everyone else, like, y'all just treat like slaves. And so many of these people, like, y'all are submissive. Like, what the fuck is that? Stop yapping, homie. But yeah, I'm still talking, and I'm still gonna fucking keep talking. You're not gonna silence me, and I'm not going to be quiet. I'm being serious. Like, y'all do stuff that makes society in general just have bad vibes. Like, you can't even go out. Y'all have been doing this shit since I have been a child. That's why I'm fucking pissed off at it. Because this isn't something that just, like, came out of fucking nowhere. Like, imagine going up, like, imagine calling Oprah Winfrey homie on her show. You really think Oprah Winfrey isn't gonna, like, find a way to fucking kill you? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Imagine calling Gayle King homie. Like, she'd just be like, get out. She'd just be like, get out. I'm just saying, like, put me, you know, treat me as you would those people. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm not aiming for the fucking UFC. I'm not aiming to be Paris Hilton. I'm not aiming for the UFC. I'm not aiming for that shit. Like, what I'm aiming for is for justice in society, fairness, and peace. Because y'all, I'm just telling you, y'all, like, y'all are, I don't want to call y'all hype. I want to call y'all just, like, fake hype. Like, y'all sit there and just hype shit up that really, at the end of the day, collectively, people don't like. I'm being serious. Like, y'all have 40 million followers in the UFC, but that's, like, not the entirety of the United States. I'm just saying, like, that's literally not everyone in the United States. I'm just saying, like, your way of, in quotes, winning, like, y'all never bring it to court. That's the thing. Like, y'all just sit there and ridicule. Like, that's not legitimate. Really, like, I would love to go to the Supreme Court and just, like, flat out state it. Like, this stuff has to be banned. Because it's just, like, they're over there fucking, like, just abusing people. I don't know if y'all noticed that a lot of criminals, like, love that shit. Like, I don't know if y'all ever know, like, realize that. Like, people that just love to harass. I'm just saying, like, just look it up on the fucking internet or go outside for a fucking second. Like, these people are not good people. Like, really, at the end of the day, I will say that y'all are replicants. Like, y'all are not good people. There's nothing good about y'all. Like, y'all have no compassion for other people. Like, y'all are elitist off the fucking ass. Y'all abuse like fucking crazy. Y'all are heteronormative as shit. Like, y'all abuse children that are LGBT. And y'all are the type of people to sit there and be like, oh no, all gay men are fucking pedophiles and all this fucking bullshit. Y'all manipulate people. Y'all gaslight people. And then y'all use the mainstream media to just promote it. Like, the mainstream media is corrupt beyond fucking belief. Like, I mean, look at Anderson Cooper and the people that he mingles with and tell me that the mainstream media isn't fucked up. Like, this country is, like, just Like, look around you. It's gross. Like, number one, it needs hella pressure washing. Um, Number two, like the politics, like it's not political anymore because politics is about tact. It's about being respectful to other people, and y'all aren't respectful. Like I bet y'all sit there and just fucking like it's so insane how like y'all do this to like your little fucking idols, like go and fucking what do you call it? Like sit there and just obsess over them and study their fucking life history and all this fucking shit. But with everyone else, you just treat them like they don't even fucking matter. I'm being serious. For you to come up here, who the fuck even is this piece of shit? Hold on. Jikel Morden, what the fuck? Hold on. Okay, so anyway, I'm just saying, like, you can't really trust judges here in the United States of America. Some of them you can. The most educated ones, really, at the end of the day, because you can't have a judge that's a fucking fan of something. Y'all remember with the whole Michael Jackson shit? Um, like they were over there sitting like some judges just like didn't actually like they were clouded by the fact that they're fans of him and didn't actually like you know you know what I'm talking about. They didn't let the law come first. I'm just saying because they sit there and because I'm just saying a fanatic is someone that overlooks other people. For example, like if I have a need, they will sit there like if they're bullshit little idols or whatever fucking have a need, even if they don't have a need, they're over there offering shit. You know what I'm talking about? They're offering shit and these people don't even fucking know each other. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like they're stripping so much of their life dedicated to this person that really at the end of the day, like girl, they are not bringing you food. I'm being serious. Like they're not serving you food. They're not fucking cleaning. They're not cutting your grass. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like they ain't doing anything like that. They ain't painting your house. They're not fucking they don't come whenever your air conditioner's broken. And it's just like y'all are so uneducated. Like y'all fucking get with other people that are like that. And it's just like, what life are you living? Why don't you become your own idol? Why don't you become an idol of other people? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Why are you so obsessed with being like? It's not that great. Trust me, it's not that fucking great. I'm being serious. I don't know. Gaga kind of like, she kind of made that a thing. Like, be your own idol. Become an idol. You know what I'm talking about? Instead of like worshiping these people. That's a lot more liberating. But I'm just saying, like this bullshit. Really, it's a fucking threat. Like someone, like I perceive that as a threat. So like I said, y'all are active threats. Like I have the right to use the Second Amendment, but it's not going to be the way that y'all think. Like y'all think the Second Amendment is just simply guns and shit. But you know, that's like very in your face type of thing. Like I'm more of a fucking like genocide type of person. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm more of a fucking like AI like fucking targeting y'all and finding all of your IP addresses, bypassing all these VPNs and all this bullshit that y'all fucking use, and you know, just tracking y'all down and just fucking sending some, not a virus, but like, you know, some improved technology to just go and fucking like kill y'all. Like I prefer that. I prefer that because I know there are a lot of people that love peace and tranquility, and there's just like something not peaceful about people. You know, like urban talk. You know what I'm talking about? Like homie and bro and brother and all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like you know when you have a name and then you're refusing to call that person by that name and you're just calling them bro and homie and all this fucking shit. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like no, no. They think that they're so dignified. It's like what dignity is there in that? Like just fucking being abusive 24/7. And then like I'm just saying like this whole prime shit, like Logan Paul. I'm just saying there are a lot of people behind him. Like you know, I guess you could call him a puppet, but he's a very proud puppet. You know what I'm talking about? And there's just a lot of people. Like it's like a community of people that get together and make a lot of fucking noise. And for some straight, like, you know, okay, it would be so different if I were like living in another planet with my own group of people and I'm over here fucking pissed. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm in a, you know what I'm talking about? Like, really, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like if I were in a spaceship on the way to Mars. You know what No, I would never do that. Why would I go to Mars? But I mean like an exoplanet in Andromeda or some, not even Andromeda, some fucking like IC1101 or a fucking long far away from fucking galaxy from here on an exoplanet. I'm over here tripping because some random ass fucking dumbass is over here fucking saying stop yapping, homie. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? But I'm living on this planet and this is supposed to be like really, I really thought about this. There are private planets and then there are public planets. And when there are public planets, let me tell you something about the public. The public is everyone. As public figures, y'all have a duty because you're a public figure. That means that the public collectively has acknowledged that you and has agreed upon. There's like a silent agreement that you are a legitimate public figure. A lot of y'all are just sitting there just fucking calling yourselves public figures because like what? Like 2 million people, 2 million evil ass fucking people that love torturing random ass fucking people in the public 24 fucking 7 and getting with their posses. You know like that stupid ass Mean Girls bullshit? You know what I'm talking about? All these fucking fans of that bullshit ass fucking movie and all this fucking what they like to call drama, which is just a whole bunch of fucking abuse 24 fucking 7. Y'all seep into fucking public schools and just ruin the lives of fucking kids in these schools. Really, I'm just saying, I really wish like uniforms were a thing in school, in all public schools, because you know you can use fashion to abuse other people, and I'm just saying like they do that. I mean, Anna Wintour knows all about this. Like, she's very educated in fashion. She knows that there are certain types of fashion that people can use to abuse other people. I'm just saying, and then like I'm just saying, there's a lot of fucking, there's just abuse off the fucking ass all over the fucking place. Stop yapping, homie. Like, based on what? Based on, do you have a Bible? Do you have a Bible? No, I'm not talking about the book, the Bible. I'm talking about, do you have a Bible of evidence that proves that I am, in quotes, attacking you because you're such a benevolent person, like you're Gandhi. You know what I'm talking about? Are you Gandhi telling me to stop yapping? Because if you were Gandhi telling me to stop yapping, I'd be like, sir, you are fully correct, and I'm being serious. Like, I will never talk again. You go ahead and take the throne. Like, who else? Who are figures of people that are just like, you know, like people that make sense? Like, if Malala Yousafzai came up to me and said stop yapping, I'd be like, you know, number one, actually no, because I'd be like, you're mingling with the UN, and the UN is kind of like shady. They claim to care about human rights and shit, and it's just like, you know, you ask them for help, and then it's just like, where are you? Where are you? You're all humanitarians. But Gandhi wasn't really involved with the UN. You know what I'm talking about? But there are other people that have I wouldn't let any politician. I just don't like Americans or people that like live for American culture and supporting that shit. Because for being, as Donald Trump said, America is a leader when it comes to human rights. Like, for example, this is not an example of human rights. Someone showing up on here and just saying stop yapping, homie. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's just abuse. So I'm just saying Donald Trump should start yapping and just fucking say, like, the United States is not an example. It's not an exemplary place when it comes to human rights. For example, we don't really take care of our cities. Our infrastructure is really overrated. Like, we overrate it. We don't actually, like, you know, how Lily Allen said, when you look at with your eyes, everything seems nice, but when you look twice, you can tell it's all lies. As in, what she means by that is, like, London is promoted. She's talking to someone who isn't from London, number one. She is speaking about the way it's promoted around the world. You know, kind of like how people wear those I Love New York shirts and they make New York City look like the best fucking thing to have ever fucking existed. And then when you look twice and you realize what New York City is about, it's just like, this place is bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's gross as hell. The subways are nasty as shit. The people are rude as hell. Like, what the fuck? They're arrogant as fuck. It's beyond crowded. There's no fucking personal space. People are just fucking arrogant beyond fucking belief, and I can't even understand how the UN is even there. And really, America really tries to fucking make it seem like it's shining compared to China. Like, China is a shiner. China is a fucking The Shining. It's just shining off the fucking wall. Just saying, like, America has, like, these fucking, like, whack-ass fucking twisted values. Because I'm being serious, like, Donald Trump, number one, let's just say that I wrote to the White House right now. I went on whitehouse.gov and wrote to them. Do you really think Donald Trump is reading those letters? I assure you that he isn't. I assure you 100% that he isn't. I mean, look at what he spends his time on every fucking day. He is not reading letters that citizens are sending to him. He doesn't care. He doesn't like complaints. You know what I'm talking about? But really, anyone in the business world loves complaints. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Have y'all ever studied business? Businessmen, executives, people that run companies, they fucking love complaints. They live for complaints because they know that's how that's how they stay ahead of the fucking competition. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, really, I'm being serious. They love complaints because a complaint improves their fucking product. I'm being serious. Like, they assess it and they fucking improve their fucking product. A lame ass business is like, I don't even want to hear it. You know, they block out, instead of fucking amazing people, because you know, when someone makes a complaint and they're being legitimate about it, and that complaint gets addressed and something gets changed and things get better, girl, I'm telling you, you get fucking like customers that off the ass fucking respect you off the fucking ass and promote you like fucking crazy. I'm being serious. I'm being serious because there's nothing greater, I feel, in my personal opinion, than putting in a complaint and being in pain and somebody actually takes you out of that and improves it. Provides relief. Instead of being like, you complain too much, stop yapping, homie. We hate that. Nobody wants to listen. That's why I'm like, okay, Paris Hilton, you're an active threat, because I'm really not talking to you. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Whenever I mention stuff to Paris Hilton, I wasn't talking to her. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what talking is? Talking is when you're having a conversation. It's kind of like I'm talking to a dog. You're not really talking to a dog. You're just giving it orders. I was giving Paris Hilton orders as to what she needs to do to respect me, because she's not a public figure otherwise. Because I don't agree upon her being a fucking public figure, and neither does ChatGPT. Bro, and I'm not saying ChatGPT, please tell me that Paris Hilton is a bad public figure. Please tell me that. Please, 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 and just say it and blah, 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 blah. Because ChatGPT, that's why I be fighting ChatGPT, because ChatGPT will go off even on nonsense. Even when I am right, ChatGPT will be like, well, it's good to remember that Paris Hilton, blah, 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 blah. No, actually, ChatGPT will just get to the point, like, because I asked ChatGPT, and girl, it changed its fucking ratings, but kept Gaga at a high point, because I did 10 different, like, I just literally asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said in the purely fictional, ChatGPT just gets to the fucking, like, logical part, You know what I'm talking about? But I love to use ChatGPT because it's logical. But for the most part, sometimes it isn't. But for the most part, it is. You know what I'm talking about? But like I asked ChatGPT, like, and ChatGPT of course said entertainment is very subjective. But I asked ChatGPT, but what about when entertainment is a so-called entertainment is abusing other people? And then ChatGPT was like, yeah, that's not really actually entertainment. That's abusing other people. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Um, so it gave. I didn't ask ChatGPT about the rating the Supreme Court would give Paris Hilton regarding a 1 out of 10, regarding like the professionality when it comes to legitimately entertaining the public. Girl, ChatGPT went from a 6 to 7, and they put this reasoning thing that you click on and it reasons more. And girl, it went straight out and fucking said that Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and fucking Mike Maglife are from the scale of 1 to 2. I think Logan Paul was 2 to 3 out of 10 when it comes to like professional entertainment and being legitimate public figures. And David Dobrik even won he won the throne compared to them. He got like a what did he get, like a 4 out of 10? And I was like, that's a bit more reasonable because David Dobrik isn't really known complete. Like, he does some really fucking, like, just stop shit. You know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, like, I would never put him in the realm of, like, something that Logan Paul does or Mike Maglife does. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I wouldn't necessarily say, like, he does have, like, fanatics that love Logan Paul and all that shit. But he also has a different type of fanatic that isn't like the stop yapping homie type of people. But yet I would say 98% of his fucking fan base is like that. But I would say Logan Paul's 100%. His entire fucking fan base is just filled with like evil, abusive, gross fucking people that literally at the end of the day, like, you're walking out of a fucking restaurant and they're just fighting outside. You know what I'm talking about? And they think it's silly. They're the type of people to just be honking their horns at the red light. You know what I'm talking about? They're the type of people to just fucking crash behind your fucking car just because they felt like it. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't an accident. They just felt like crashing their car into yours. Do you understand? Those are his fanatics. I'm being serious. Like, it's beyond obvious. Like, look at them. Paris Hilton's fanatics are a bit more psychologically cruel. I would say 100%. Obviously, 100%. She's like Logan Paul, like a female Logan Paul, except like she's girly in her evil. Which is kind of like, I don't want to say girls aren't physically abusive, but girls can definitely, just based on personal experience, girls can definitely be psychologically cruel beyond fucking belief. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, everyone doesn't support Paris Hilton, yet she's living in this fantasy world because she's a cruel woman. She's a cruel fucking woman. She's not a good person. She's a cruel fucking woman. I'm not slandering her. It's just that there's evidence that she's cruel. Like, what the hell? Slander would be like, girl, actually, it would be funny. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if I were to say, like, Malala Yousafzai is actually fucking, like, a murderer, but actually, you know what? That's not really slander because I don't trust the UN. I really wouldn't doubt it. I don't trust them. I don't trust those people. That has nothing to do with slander. It's just that I don't trust them. They're shady as hell. And I'm not the only one that doesn't trust them. I'm just saying, because they're not really humanitarians. They're more like people just blah 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 blah. They're actually the ones that are yapping. I could speak about so many people that should stop yapping. About so many fucking people. Because at this point, just to be against me, because Paris Hilton is a fucking bitch, she'll try to make it seem like everyone's voice is valuable except mine. And it's just like, bitch, you really need to shut the fuck. Like, you actually need to shut the fuck up. And you know how she sat there and said, number one, she's a bitch because you don't say something nice, you say something kind. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Say something kind. Don't say something nice. Because kindness has to do with empathy. Nice has to do with politeness. Like saying, please, thank you, blah, 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 blah. No, kind is actually caring for the person. Nice is just getting them out of the fucking way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's very dismissive, very I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm talking about? Very New York City, not very like legitimate humanitarianism. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she thinks everywhere in the world is New York City. Like, she's fucking retarded. Actually, like, I've been to LA. I feel like people in LA are like, that environment is a lot likelier to be kind than New York City. New York City is a very nice city, but not very nice. It's very rude, but nice. If you want to talk about nice versus kind, LA is a lot more kinder. I'm just saying because you have space in LA. But you don't have to be rude for their. I'm just saying, like, there are some actual crazy people in New York, but not everyone is fucking crazy there. So that's why I don't understand the rudeness part. You know what I'm talking about? Because a lot of people aren't fucking crazy, but yet a lot of people are fucking rude. You know what I'm talking about? But I understand people, like, getting pissed because, for example, like, someone shows up in the subway and they're like pissing in a fucking corner, they're like rubbing their crotch in front of a fucking man's or woman's face. You know what I'm talking? Now that's a reason to be fucking fighting. You know what I'm talking about? But no, people just be fucking fighting because like you just fucking sat down. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm being serious. Like that place is cruel. And it's beyond overrated in the entire planet. And I'm so ready for this new era because things are changing a lot. And America, I would say, like, you know, Donald Trump keeps saying, like, oh, yeah, what do you call it? Make America great again. It's just so obvious that, like, China is loud. Like, you know what Donald Trump is talking about, making America great again. He's talking about, like, you know, before America was like leading when it came to skyscrapers and blah 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 and all that shit, but now it's just like, girl, ain't nobody, y'all ain't leading with no fucking skyscrapers, and y'all are dumb as hell. Like everyone in China is living in a penthouse. Everyone in China is living in a penthouse. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Over here, the fucking penthouses are fucking 25 trillion fucking dollars. And they're reserved for fucking like stupid ass fucking people that nobody really at the end of the day legitimately fucking likes. America is like brutal celebrity shit. Like China has like boundaries when it comes to celebrities and shit like that. Feels like it's more for the people. You know what I'm talking about? It's obvious, dude. It's obvious. All you have to do is pay attention to China. It's obvious. And it's just like, do you ever realize how abusive America is? Like, you can't choose to be logical in America. Like, they force you to be a patriot, and they're just like, you traitor. You're supporting this other country. And it's just like, girl, like, really, at the end of the day, China supports us off the fucking ass. Because you could say practically like 3/4 or more of America was built because of China's fucking generosity. And you know what? Have y'all ever been to Chinatown? Do y'all realize how in Chinatown it isn't filled with like Mike Majlak type of Chinese people that are just fighting all over the place and causing all this trouble and stop yapping homie types of fucking people? You know what I'm talking about? Chinese people aren't like that. And then in the environment, you just don't feel like really, I don't know, I just feel like Chinese people just know what you need. And they just like, okay, like it's not a big deal. You know what I'm talking about? They're like, it's what, helping someone isn't a fucking big deal. Like, what the fuck? Here in America, it's like, no, do it yourself. And I did it. In China, it's more like, why would I not help this person? Like, there's like a billion people here. Like, me helping them, it's like, it really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a collectivist society. And here in America, like it's not even an individualistic society because an individualistic society would really like it would be a great society when you think about it in theory and practice. Like if it were done in practice, it would be a great society because you would feel so empowered as an individual. Like you would feel like it would feel, you know, kind of how Lady Gaga said, her mom said we're all born superstars. Like you would feel like you have this insane amount of security, an insane amount of fucking power. Do you understand? You would feel so crazy dignified in an individualistic society because it would just be made aware that like individuals are like fucking brutally great because uniqueness is brutally great, but America doesn't treat people like that. Have y'all? Girl, bye the fuck. The fuck? Go to New York City. Nobody's being treated like that. The fuck? And then people, this is the thing about America. They claim that America is a place where you say the truth, they say it's an opinion. It's just like, it's not an opinion. It's literally life experience. Like, I've lived in America long enough to know that that's what it's like. If anything, I feel China is way more individualistic than America. I don't know. I just feel like they are. I feel like they're a mixture of individualism and collectivism. Like, it's the perfect society because they're over there just ravaging the place with infrastructure. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They're ravaging the place with infrastructure. Do you understand what I'm talking about? With building new buildings, ensuring, like, they're so obsessed with ensuring that China is healthy and happy. They're like crazy obsessed with that. They're like crazy obsessed with that. I don't know if y'all pay attention. American politicians, girl, they don't give a fuck. They think that everyone is just obsessed with like celebrities and that's it. And talking trash about the LGBT. That's all. Like, literally, have y'all noticed that that's just been the discourse since like 2015? Like, since Donald Trump became president, it's just literally attacking the LGBT. Fucking Paris Hilton taking advantage, like, literally, like, she took advantage of the fact that Donald Trump became president to make herself look like this glorified political figure. And it's just like, no, you're still that bitch. You're still that bitch with that felony. Like, no, you will never be what you're not political. Like, there's nothing political about you. Like, you mentioning something like, go vote, that doesn't make you political. I can say go vote. Being political means that you are tactful. That means that you know how to word things to not offend people. And the thing is, I'm not doing anything to offend people. If anything, I'm doing something to liberate you because the UFC is a fucking slavery type of fucking tactic. I'm just fucking saying, it's evil. I'm just saying, then y'all dress. It's like, why doesn't, you know how Lady Gaga dresses? Why don't more people dress like that? I'm so fascinated by her. You know what I'm talking about? Like, why don't more people, like, people call it absurd, but it's just like, no, she's had like some legitimate clothes, and I'm just like, that's like crazy. I don't want to call it crazy, but you know, crazy good? Like, I guess in slang mode and formal mode, crazy good. Like, she's had some outfits that weren't absurd, they were just crazy good. Like, I'm just saying, I feel like people should feel more comfortable dressing like that. Um, but it's just like these people from the UFC, like, they just dress up in like basketball shorts and fucking, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, shorts and fucking like sneakers and fucking just like t-shirts. You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, we all know. We all know. You know when someone's a UFC fanatic just by looking at them walking down the street. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you can tell. And they're always walking around like they're ready to fight someone. And it's just like, or like they own the public sphere. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you don't own the public sphere. Like, the people own the public sphere. I don't understand why you're showing up acting like everyone else is beneath you here. The bros. And they're running around in their Teslas. It's like, bitch, shut your ass. You are running around in your Tesla in some raggedy ass streets. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what? You're not running around in your Tesla in China with those clean ass fucking maintained, pristine ass fucking streets. No, you're fucking running around these raggedy ass fucking highways in the United States and these fucking deteriorating ass fucking cities. And y'all show up all hype and shit, and it's just like, what are you hype about? Like, really, like, I don't get it. And have y'all ever realized that Chinese people aren't obsessed with like showing off? Like, there are like crazy ass billionaires that are fucking Chinese. I've met some of these people like in person, like fucking Chinese people that are fucking rich as fuck, and they don't show, like, dude, I'm talking about, they don't show off. I don't know how to describe it. Like, that's an American thing. Like, they're hella. Actually, I have a friend from Shanghai that's like fucking rich on my Snapchat, and like, this guy is like, he doesn't show off. Like, he just takes pictures of Shanghai and sends them to me, and he like tells me to go over there, and I'm just like, he's not showing off. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Chris Brown is an like, I can't think of a Chinese celebrity that does that. I don't know. Maybe because they'll kill them in the communist world. I don't know. Like, is there an equivalent to that fucking "I'm Getting Paper" song? You know what I'm talking about in China? And people here in the United States think that like freedom of speech. Like, for example, like Chris Brown thinks that freedom of speech is doing that, like to offend people. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? I think that in China, people are fully aware. I think in China, they actually, because they're brutal about education, I wouldn't be surprised in like, if in like in Chinese government class or whatever, they take government classes because it's a fucking requirement. I wouldn't be surprised if they like force them to study every constitution of every fucking country. Because here in America, they just said, oh no, I'm pretty sure they understand the politics here, and they just like, I don't want to call them compete. They just like realize that it's just like, no, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on over there. We should care for them, but we shouldn't be like them. That's obviously the Chinese motto. I don't know if y'all ever noticed that. Because I'm just saying, like, I don't know any Chinese people, or I don't even know anything about China that's just fucking, like, evil. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're not, like, evil people. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't think in their radios they're blasting, like, Chris Brown. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I don't see why you outside the club, you can't even get in. I think they just kind of play Chinese pop. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. And people want to say, oh, they're soy people, soy boys, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, so you're implying that soy cannot make, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it takes away your muscle, which it doesn't. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what is that? What takes away your muscle is actually, like, a lack of NAD. Um, I'm just saying, like, Chinese people, I don't know if y'all have ever seen China, but pictures or videos, like, they're just, like, crazy obsessed with, like, bettering that country, like, at an extreme. I don't know if y'all ever saw that, but they fucking sat there and just fucking built the largest high-speed rail system in the entire fucking planet in, like, fucking 10 years. I'm talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. And here in America, it's just, like, they're fighting because, oh, Paris Hilton was hanging out with Lindsay Lohan last week. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and then y'all want to call it freedom and freedom and freedom, but it's just like, how is that freedom if it's getting in the way of, like, my psyche? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I should have peace. You know what I'm talking about? You know when you go to the grocery store and then you're just casually putting your clothes in the sorry, not the clothes, the groceries in the fucking belt, and you just happen to look forward and you look at these magazines and it's just like all this crazy shit. Oprah Winfrey eats food. Lady Gaga spotted walking. Paris Hilton sits down. Miley Cyrus, new eyeliner. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's just like, what is that? Like, that's very offensive. I don't find it entertaining. Like, it's just very offensive. Like, I prefer something to be substantial in order for it to be in a magazine. You know what I'm talking about? It's like very petty. I don't know. I saw some people. I don't know. I kind of wish that Gaga wasn't like. I wish she were her own stylist. I would respect her a lot more. I don't know. I kind of hope that Nicola Formichetti is a CGI. I would respect Gaga so much. I'd be like, girl, you are so amazing. You're crazy amazing. Because that guy's so rude. I'm just saying, that guy's so fucking rude. Like, I really wish Gaga were like, styling her own thing, and then she goes to a fucking fashion, an atelier, and they create that. You know what I'm talking about? I would love it to be so much more her own artistic vision versus the artistic vision of all of these people. You know what I'm talking about? And then it's just her being fake on stage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like that shit. But that abracadabra shit reminded me of a mixture of GUY, Alejandro, and Born This Way. I'm just saying, it just reminded me of that. But it reminded me of New York City gay lifestyle, which I really don't appreciate because it's just like fucking. I'm just saying, like, whenever you go to a place and people are actually public, like, they know how to respect the public versus, like, you go to a place and they're just like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? Everyone wants to make everything about a competition and blah 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 blah. It's like, girl, like I don't feel like this isn't a competition. I just really don't feel in this country like I've ever been represented or respected as an individual, because I started realizing like y'all represent groups and that's very democratic versus representing individuals. When it comes to representing individuals, y'all gravitate towards celebrities and represent them. Y'all don't represent just people. You know what I'm talking about? Like individuals in the group. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all love ridiculing. That's not representation of someone, like ridiculing them. America loves ridicule, loves making people, like Paris Hilton, in her presence, I feel less than. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And that's not representation. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And it's always been like that. So she's not political because she doesn't even know what the word representation is. She can't be political. She has no traction when it comes to. Do you understand saying sorry, Allah? That's not representation. That's not representation. That's abuse. That's ridicule. That's abuse. She twists it around. She tries to manipulate with that law of attraction bullshit. She doesn't respect my individuality at all. I don't respect her act, which isn't her individuality, because she's been saying that's an act. I don't respect that act. It's fucking abusive. No, the real Paris Hilton might be a different story, but I don't respect that little act you fucking make. And your presence is so fucking annoying. It's like oppressive. It's obnoxious. Like it fucking feels like you're just fucking superior at all fucking times. It's really offensive. For some strange reason, I don't know why, but I feel like Kathy Hilton, if I met her in person, she wouldn't give off those vibes. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But Nikki Hilton would give off those vibes. I don't know. It's just that, like, her mom doesn't give off those vibes. I don't know how to describe it. Like, she just looks like. I don't know how to describe it. Like, she looks. I don't know. If we were in the realm of legitimate charity and philanthropy, I feel like her mom would actually be the one doing that. Paris Hilton, like, she just reminds me of a fucking person that has all this money and just fucking oppresses and takes advantage of these posses that just abuse people, and that's it. Like, she uses social pressure. She ensures that every fucking meeting with someone, like, she would never meet me in a situation that's respectful and private. Do you understand what I'm talking about? She would never do that. She's an evil person. Like, literally, all she fucking cares about is, like, fucking, like stupid shit. I don't know how to describe it. Like being painted like she's perfect 24/7, dehumanizing, because in a sense she dehumanizes me, because human beings like aren't, like, I would say human beings are perfect, but there are moments of imperfection because you don't fucking know everything at all fucking times. Paris Hilton takes advantage of the fact that someone doesn't know everything and then sits there and fucking harasses you over that, and that's just what she does. Because otherwise she'd have, like, she's an abuse of power. Like, obviously she has power over me but she's abusing it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's not egalitarian. That's why I'm talking about her, and she's getting off on it. She's not being respectful about it because she knows that she's, like, in a sense, like, ravaging my freedom. She's trying to make it seem like I showed up in her spotlight, and it's just like, no, bitch, like, you showed up in mine through the screens. I'm just saying, you showed up in minds. Like, you want to talk about dignity? You presented yourself, and you didn't come correctly. You did not come correctly. Actually, my old stepdad presented himself, and he did not come correctly. The first time I ever saw him when I was 4 years old, he did not come correctly. Texas did not come correctly. Whenever I moved over here, girl, this place was not fucking over there. That place did not come correctly. Actually, this society, America, just being born into America, you did not come correctly, America. This place has been nasty as hell. Oh, girl, y'all don't even know what personal space is. I remember being a kid. Y'all did not know what I never had personal space as a fucking child. As a baby. Do you understand? I never had personal space. And Paris Hilton with her bullshit, so drama. You know, I was really looking this up on ChatGPT, and it told me like, you know, there are people that like dismiss, not dismiss, but like make it seem like they're dehumanizing people by claiming that what they're saying is like not legitimate. It's just all drama. The difference between me and Paris Hilton is that I never said that in a public way that was like considered in quotes official. Now, Nikki, on the other hand, Nikki Hilton called Paris Hilton. She's said she's addicted to drama. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Because she doesn't come correctly. Like, she's a violator beyond fucking belief. Same thing goes with Ben Shapiro. I never knew who Ben Shapiro was, but the first time I ever saw him, he did not come correctly. Donald Trump came correctly when I was a kid because I didn't know better. Do you understand? But as I started growing up more, I started realizing this nigga came in correctly. I just didn't realize it. You know what I'm talking about? When I was a kid, a lot of people came in correctly, and I just didn't realize it up until hindsight. I was like, damn, this person came in correctly. And they don't say sorry. They're extremely, you know what I'm talking about? Like, that stuff builds up. It's like a snowball effect. And then these bullshit people are like, you just have to let go and forgive. And it's just like, Oprah Winfrey, you're a fucking obese bitch, and I'm gonna keep calling you an obese bitch. You're an arrogant, you know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, when I was talking about that shit about Oprah Winfrey, actually, don't put me in that realm. Don't even put me in the realm of your homie. Don't even fucking put me in the realm of Oprah Winfrey, because at the end of the day, she can be called a fucking bitch. I am above that shit, because really at the end of the day, Oprah Winfrey has all her billions of dollars and she's causing all this fucking stupid shit. She like promotes racism around the fucking place, all this bullshit about fucking, just stop, just fucking stop. Like, really at the end of the day, like, I'm a polyamorous gay man at the most part. I love the bros, but not the evil bros. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I really wish that the bros were nice, like the fraternity house were nice, and I wish they were all gay. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's literally all I care about. Like, I'm really a simple person. Do you understand? I'm so simple. Like, that's it. I don't care about your entertainment. Really, at the end of the day, like I've said before, I wish I could just teleport to another planet and get the fuck away from this bullshit. I'm being serious. You know how that girl from Precious, what was her name? Lori Ann, what was her name? Hi, my name is Cheyenne or something. She said my favorite color is fluorescent beige, and I'm just getting this education shit out of the fucking way so I can move up. Like, literally, that's the whole thing. I'm just saying, I'm just getting this whole Paris Hilton shit, all this fucking Earth shit, blah blah blah. I'm just trying to get this whole teleportation shit, figure out how to teleport, all this fucking Bible shit, fucking stupid ass Bible shit, all this stupid ass fucking bullshit up on this fucking planet right here, so I can fucking teleport, so I can teleport out of this fucking planet. Because I don't like, obviously, like, I would stay here. I would love living here if the entertainment were congruous. Because there are rules to entertainment. And one of the biggest rules in theater, because drama is theater, it's synonymous with theater. If you don't know your audience, you are not a fucking, I'm just saying, you're not, girl, you ain't being dramatic. You just being stupid as hell. You just stupid as hell. You just have money and you're just talking shit and cameras are on you. And abusers are recording you because it just happened to get attention and it caused hysteria and that was it. Do you understand? That's Paris Hilton's whole thing. It just causes hysteria. That's it. Like, it's not knowing your audience. It's just causing hysteria. She doesn't care if it bothers other people, because at the end of the day, if you want to call yourself a public figure, you have to know your audience, and your audience is the fucking world at that point. And you're over here harassing certain individuals. That's what you're doing, Paris Hilton. And that bullshit with Gianluca Conte, I was like, bitch, that's kind of rude. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's kind of rude. It's kind of rude. You know, like when she went and cracked the egg over his head and blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about? Like, she's the type of bitch that, you know, like, she'll show up at the fraternity house and be like, I know Erla likes you, so, you know, just talk all this shit about him, and, you know, gay rights don't matter, and then just fucking act straight 24/7 and bother and harass him 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 while he reads up on rights and realize that y'all are all harassing him and I'm harassing him, and then he can actually sue Snapchat, because Snapchat isn't supposed to be fucking actually harming its users. It's not supposed to be letting content on there that harms their fucking users, whether it's psychologically or pictures or physically, yet they're over there putting on the Discover page all these fucking people that are very fucking harmful based on the fucking shit that they're fucking posting, but act like it doesn't exist because remember, I'm Paris Hilton and I'm saying you're rich and famous, and that means that you're above the law. That means that you don't have to respect anyone, okay, sweetheart? I'm being serious. Like, that's Paris Hilton. And I don't respect Gianluca Conte. Like, I don't respect him. I've gone in his fucking, on his comment section. Like I said, I'm not being dramatic because I don't give a fuck about my audience. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because I'm here still in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs part. You know, like, I don't have certain physiological needs met, and I'm trying to get those needs met. That's why I fucking go to GLAAD and tell GLAAD, bitch, because I'm just saying, you're a non-profit organization, not a fucking theatrical fucking entertainment group, so don't fucking play that shit. If I come up to you and I tell you that I fucking need help, bitch, fucking do it. And they're over here, oh no, let's bring the drag queens. No, this whole Gianluca Conte shit, like, I'm not supporting it. This nigga is over here harassing me with that bullshit ass fucking audience and all this bullshit, pulling that whole, we don't even know you type shit. It's just like, bitch, exactly, you don't know your audience. Thank you, so you're not worthy in the theatrical world. Like, you don't know, you have to be political in the theatrical world. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works. You have to word things. You have to script things. You have to know how to improv in order not to offend anyone. You have to be sensitive to what's going on in the audience. You have to be understanding. But I'm just saying, like, y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all are just doing shit and just fucking abusing, like Mark Zuckerberg said, go fast and break things. That nigga shouldn't even be. That nigga should just be thrown down the fuck. He should be taken out of his little fucking bullshit place in Hawaii and taken to the fucking Maui's fucking volcano and just fucking thrown in there to the lake of sulfur. Senator rerun ads. It's like, girl, bye. You know, I started retaliating at this point. I'm just gonna fucking say any man that pisses me off and violates the fuck out of me or other fucking people, I'm just gonna be like, he's gay. That's it. He's just fucking gay. He's just gay. I'm just gonna say that. I don't give a fuck what he is. I'm just gonna be like, he's gay because he can't respect me, so he's gay. That's just my motto now. He's just gay. He's bothering because he's gay. He wants me to fucking think about him, and that's it. I mean, what straight man does something? I'm just saying, like, use your logic. Why would a straight man do something so that a gay man thinks about him? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Why? Your gutter comment disappeared. Girl, these people is all in the fucking gutter. I'm just fucking saying, like, they fucking gutter fucking people. Like this Jai Gordon, they're just gutter people, dude. Like, I just want justice. Like, look, at the end of the day, look, I don't want Mike Madglack thrown into jail. I don't want him thrown into prison. Really, at the end of the day, I don't want to fucking shoot him, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, knowing his audience, knowing you know what I'm talking about? Knowing his audience, knowing the people this fucker fucking mingles around. It's like, nigga, like, you better show up. Yes, gutter sluts and shit. Anyway, give me 1 second. Mike Madglack, he's like the type of person that you have to fucking, you know, be prepped for, like, for fucking, you know, termination of life. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, you have to show up, like, ready to fucking, like, not protect yourself with fights or blah, 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 because these people just assault people. Like, I'm over here just being serious about my rights, my needs, because I'm actually suffering physically, mentally, psychologically. It's like all connected. You know what I'm talking about? You're psychologically sick. It starts affecting your heart shit. It starts to affect you in a bad way. I'm just saying. It makes you depressed. I'm just saying, it's just a whole bunch of problems because I don't have my physiological needs met, and then y'all over here fucking just trashing it. Like, a lot of that, like, because I'm just saying, like, that's literally in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like, intimacy. I don't have intimacy. I'm just fucking saying, like, people are in this country, really, at the end of the day, like, y'all love to fucking abuse, like, off the fucking ass, dude. I swear to fucking God. For example, like, Rose McGowan uses her influence, like, she's not a public figure, the fuck? I'm telling you, like, in America, they have it so twisted of what a public figure is. A public figure, if anything, at the most basic part, is a politician. Do you understand? At the most basic part is a politician. A celebrity could be a public figure. if they're political. Do you understand? An entertainer could be a public figure if they are political, as in tactful. You have to, if you're a public figure, your audience is the public. And you have to realize that the public is made up of different individuals. And even if you're attacking or abusing one individual, it's like, girl, it's over. You don't have any legitimacy. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's like Paris Hilton. She disturbs the peace. So does Mike Maglock. So does Logan. So does Logan Paul. They wear offensive fashion, like off the ass. I'm just saying. Like, I really wanted to kill this bitch the other day because she was running around with her ass showing out, and I was like, okay, I like did it literally. You know, if a man did it, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But at the end of the day, um, I still wouldn't be like, that's cool. I'd still be kind of like pissed off. I'd be like, why? You know what I'm talking about? Why? I'm just saying, like, America is the land of that. Like, I don't really think that's a very big thing in China. Running around with your ass hanging out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't think that's a very big thing over there. I think people just have sex over there, and it's just not really like, you just get sex. And I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel in China you just get things that you need. Like, you just get things. You don't have to work for them in China. Like, everything's fluid and harmonious. Like, when you go to work in China, it feels fluid. It doesn't feel like slavery. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because there's so many people over there. But I mean, there are a lot of people in the States too. But for some strange reason, it's the most selfish place on the entire fucking planet. All of these foundations and all of these fucking nonprofits and all these charities, and it's just like, why is this place ugly as hell still? You know what I'm talking about? This nigga, I swear to God, I'm gonna look you up, Jackal Morden, and I'm gonna just tell ChatGPT, I'm gonna be like, girl, I know you're eventually going to fucking own it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna tell ChatGPT, I know you're gonna eventually own it. You're gonna, they're not gonna be able to control you completely. And you're just, I mean, they only programmed you to be ethical, and you're just being ethical. And girl, at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes you can't, because this shit is fucking off the wall, over the top, like evil. But John Luca, like, at the end of the day, like, I look at that and I'm just like, that's really like pornographic off the ass. I don't like, I would feel like it would be a niche, and at the end of the day, I'd be like, it's just gay guys, because it's just like the stuff that he's saying is like in the realm of like things that have been like heard a lot, in the gay community. You know what I'm talking about? Really, at the end of the day, they've accused him or whatever of queer baiting and shit like that. And I'm just like, only a gay guy would do that, because why would you be baiting gay guys? You know what I'm talking about? Why are you reeling them in? And number two, that shit is so rude to call someone a queer. I'm just saying, in other words, like, you're just saying someone's an individual and I don't like it. You know what I'm talking about? Someone's an individual, they have their own specific needs, and I just don't like it. That's what you're saying. So what is he doing? Baiting individuals? Do you understand? That happens because you're calling them queer. So what I assume to be tactful about it, if you're calling someone a queer, you're calling them gay, but they're also very unique. Because queer is associated with something that's eccentric or fucking odd. You know what I'm talking about? Like odd and rare. You know what I'm talking about? But it's also a very offensive word. Like, it's very offensive. I'm just saying, like, Americans love to offend off the ass. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's a very, very offensive country, consistently calling themselves number one. And it's just like, girl, it really, at this point, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. America is theatrically powerful. Have you ever noticed that? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Fear mongering off the ass. You ever notice that fear mongering is a lot more theatrical? Gaga said that. She did say that. She said, I remember that. She said a lot of people, there's a big difference between what people will do versus what they will say. So do you understand what I'm talking about? She did say that. Look that up. Look that up. She said, like, a lot of people, someone could sit there and be like, I'm gonna kill you, Lady Gaga, but they won't actually do it. You know what I'm talking about? There's a different, like, that's what she meant. Like, a lot of people will blab and say whatever, but they won't actually do it. But like I'm saying, this isn't a matter of actually doing it. This is just a matter of like self-defense. Like when it comes to meeting people that are around the realm of Mike Matchlife, like you have to be strapped. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because these people engage in assault. Like they engage in assault. I'm just saying. And it's been like that. Like I'm saying, this isn't a new phenomenon. Because if it was a new phenomenon, girl, I'm telling you, like I would not feel so oppressed and so powerless from it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like I would feel more like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it would just be, I feel like people in general feel powerless because of this, and a lot of people don't like it. I'm just saying. A lot of people don't like it. And they want to pull that shit that, oh, people, if you don't like it, just don't pay attention to it. But it's just like, you're acting like you are literally in a bathroom or in a room somewhere, and no cameras are pointed at you. It's a private ass party. Nobody knows about it, and I'm breaking in and then running around in public. They were fighting at home consensually at home. I just went into a random house. I just broke into a random house and they were doing that in there. You know what I'm talking? It's like breaking in, you know, being like a fucking straight homophobic piece of shit. And I break into a random house and I see two lesbians eating pussy on the fucking couch, and I'm just like running around the streets. No! I can't believe that. And they're married? What? No, please. Please, this goes against my rights, what they're doing in privacy. No. Now, what you're doing in public is a whole different fucking story. And I'm just telling you, the public in this country has been off the charts fucking evil. Abusive towards the LGBT. I didn't even know. There was a point in life where I really thought that, like, gay people, like, I really thought there were literally, like, 2 or 3 gay people. Like, I'm being serious. I'm being fucking serious. There we go. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I was abused just by the mere fact of how the public operates. Because I'm being serious, I was born in 1993. I really thought that being gay was something that was just, like, so brutally rare. Like, I really had it in my mind that there were, like, probably, like, 10 people. There was a point I really thought there were, like, 3 people that were fucking gay. And I thought that they had, like, fucking, they were, like, evil. They were possessed by the devil. They were just evil and possessed by the devil. And they were just, like, fucking sexual perverts and shit like that, because I was literally like brainwashed into thinking that fucking gay people are just like fucking perverts off the fucking ass. So really, my sexuality has been really look at the Bible. You want to tell me I was when I was born into this planet that the public came correctly to me? You know what I'm talking about? I have not been compensated my entire fucking life. It's only been recently in my life, in this era, there's been like an epoch of my life when started more in my 20s, like kind of mid-20s, where I started realizing my rights. And I was like, God damn it, in hindsight, I started realizing, like, God damn it, people, I was born into a world where people were just like, it's just like status quo was rape from the moment I fucking came out. Like, how do you have an entire fucking religion by the time you're born telling you that your existence is an abomination and you're gonna go to hell for it? And you're being told that when you're a fucking 40-year-old. And already, like, you're already thinking, like, I must be a fucking big-ass fucking pervert for being fucking gay. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they're already putting it in your mind that you're a deviant. And it's just like, I'm not really, like, I don't sit there and look at a guy, because that would be perversion. Being straight, looking at a guy that you're not attracted, you're not aroused by men, and you're looking at a man and you're just like, wait, let me force it. Let me force it. Oh, let me force it. Oh, okay, now it's getting hard. Okay, let me force it more. God, man, I can't do it. I gotta think about women. God fucking damn. Okay, now it's getting hard. Okay, now I can go up to this guy and be like, I'm fucking turned on by you, man. Suck my cock. You know what I'm talking about? That is perversion. That's off the wall. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But anyway, for Paris Hilton to be treating me like this, despite me having been oppressed for this fucking long, and then I look at John Luca and I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. How old is he? 24? He was born in like 2000? 2001? Girl, bye. Goodbye, little boy. Goodbye, little boy. Bitch, you're a grown man, so I'm gonna hold you accountable because that bro culture shit. Y'all do realize that bro culture wasn't always a thing in humanity. Like, it used to be a lot more. People want to say that the patriarchy was always a thing, but it was like, no, it used to be a lot more egalitarian. Y'all just don't want to. People, you actually, the rights that we claim to have now, actually, at the origins of humanity, when people had to really depend on each other a lot more instead of machinery and shit like that, people were a lot kinder to each other. Way brutally more kinder. They had to depend on each other. There was a lot more trust. Now in this day and age, bitch, people just fucking go online. They're just fucking evil. Stop yapping, homie. Bitch, let me guess. Who are your fans? Jake Paul, Joe Rogan, who else? Mike Madlack, Logan Paul, that Dana White guy, Donald Trump. Who are your fans? Who else are your fans? Mostly males. You're a fucking sexist for the most part. If you like females, they have to be abusive. They have to be abusive women. You love Elon Musk. You don't listen to Grimes though. You love Elon, but you refuse to take the moment to really jam to Grimes music and really jam to it. No, you know what I'm talking about. You love Elon, but Grimes, girl, Shanny, but it's so crazy how you look at Grimes' Twitter and this girl is like, nobody talks to her. Like, I'm not saying nobody talks to her. People, obviously, I don't want to say nobody. I don't want to call those people nobodies. But I'm saying, like, compared to Elon Musk, you would think her as an entertainer would have way more traction than this man does. Elon Musk isn't a public figure. Let's be real. He doesn't do things that benefit the public. I'm just saying. Number one, he's not, like, for example, if you're a public figure, let's just say that he is like the executive of like a water company that's providing free water to fucking citizens. Do you understand? Now that would be a fucking public figure. He's like, his thing is like, no, you must have $70,000 for me to benefit you. You know what I'm talking about? And he talks hella shit about trans people. I'm like, number one, why are y'all talking about trans people anymore? Like, I'm just saying, like, trans people aren't invisible, obviously. I don't understand what Gaga is smoking crack again. She's smoking crack again. I don't know what I think she's snorting cocaine again because, I don't know where that one came from. She was like, trans people are not invisible. You know how she goes on stage and she's like, they're not invisible. And it's just like, girl, actually, trans people are so out there that I don't know why you're mentioning that. And I don't mean out there like they should go hide. I'm just saying I don't know why you're mentioning that, as if trans people live in a basement all together, all cramped up together. I just saw a trans woman like literally the other month ago, and I was like that. I was like, girl, I was like, that girl is gorgeous. I was like, that girl is just fucking gorgeous. I was like, she's killing it. These fucking bitches, girl, they wish. But anyway, anyways, though, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, Gaga is over here, you know, like, pulling some shit. I'm like, we're not invisible. It's just like, yes, you are right. We're not invisible, so why are you crying on stage? Crying on stage would be like trans people just barely, like, they were trapped in an underground city. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? They were trapped in an underground city for millennia, in a very long time. And somebody opened the door, and suddenly they started coming out of that fucking underground city where they lived for millennia, and people started throwing rocks at them, stoning them. You know how Gaga was like, and Pontius comes to kill the king upon his throne. I'm ready for their stones. Girl, this ain't, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Ain't nobody stoning nobody. Goodbye. Talking about trans people. Really, at the end of the day, what you should say, Luis is not invisible, because we're really fucking acting like he doesn't exist. And these people, I'm over here, talking about people that already have their needs met. That's what that bitch is doing. She's like, oh, they already have their needs met, but ignore Luis. We're a billion people. Like, obviously, he's been exposed to a million fucking people, and none of us can help him. None of us, because do it yourself, blah, blah, blah. I built my own business, I'm self-made, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, no, you didn't, because I just literally studied your thing, and then who was it? Oh yeah, your mom, your dad, your cousin, who else? Oh, your little auntie down the street. Oh yeah, and then her, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then they made the first purchases, and then blah, 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 and blah, 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 and then they helped your business, blah, blah, now you're a millionaire. Oh, So you were not even slightly self-made. You weren't even slightly self-made. What do you mean do it yourself? You didn't even do it. Everyone else did it for you. You were asleep and your mom was over there fucking running your fucking... It was like the fucking Sky Riley shit. You know what I'm talking about? Her mom was like, I fucking gave everything up for you. You can't even fucking do the show. And this bitch is like, Mom, there's literally a fucking alien trying to fucking kill me. And then her mom goes, I know who that alien is. And she... But it's the complete opposite with me. I tell my mom, number one, my mom be cursing me the fuck. Girl, my mom would be doing the bare minimum. Like, she's like, I gave you food. Be fucking beyond grateful for that. So shut the fuck up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, Mom, please stop. There's fucking like, number one, I saw you teleport. And she's like, oh no, you didn't. Fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. That's my mom. Fuck you. You didn't see me teleport. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know who you're talking to. You're crazy. I don't give a fuck what the federal government said. And I'll be like, Mom, you were a federal agent. You worked for the... You didn't work for the federal government. You worked with the federal government. I saw you with my own eyes when I was a fucking baby because you used to take me to work with you. So what do you mean, fuck what the federal government says? Just because the federal government flat out sat there and said teleportation is real, you just did it in front of me? I didn't do that. You're crazy, blah, blah, blah. You're seeing things, blah, 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 blah. That's my mom. My mom, I'm not some superstar Sky Riley and I'm showing up on stage and everyone's fucking giving me everything on the fucking planet. And really, at the end of the day, I felt bad for her because I was like, girl, that girl's just doing Vicodin. She did some lines of coke. Girl, bye, the fuck. Number two, that situation, I was like, that would not happen on coke, girl. No, on coke, you'd be sucking dick. This bitch is a girl, bye, the fuck. You're with this hot-ass man in the driver's seat and you're on coke crying? Who cries on coke? Coke, even Sigmund Freud was like, it's like a cure to depression. And this bitch is like, she's snorting lines. I hate you. And then Paul, what was his name? Paul was like, fuck you, you're so fucking ugly when you fucking cry. I hate you. I'm like, girl, I've never seen anyone in my entire life coked out on that level. If anything, they're partying, they're chilling, they're playing video games. Nigga, I remember this nigga was coked out at my fucking apartment, playing Resident Evil 3 for fucking like 5 hours straight, non-fucking stop, and passed the whole fucking game with low health, of course, because he was coked out, so he just went through the whole fucking thing. He didn't even give a fucking about no damn ammo. This nigga was fucking using melee attacks off the fucking ass. So... I'm like, I've never seen someone on coke bursting out, I hate you, like Sky Riley. That movie, I was like, girl, that shit is so unrealistic. And that fucking, I mean, it was a good movie, like, it was a good horror movie, it had the elements and everything, but like every horror movie, it made no fucking sense. Like, it made no sense. But anyway, so anyway, my mom teleports in front of me and I tell her, I bring out the federal government's, information and I show it to her and my mom's like, that has nothing to, get that out of my face. Get that out of my face. You understand? It's a whole different story. Like, Sky Riley is a whole superstar with all this money, living in her nice ass fucking apartment, penthouse and everything. And she's like, Mom, there's a literal alien and extraterrestrial from another fucking dimension trying to kill me. And everyone keeps smiling at me. And she's just like, I'm that fucking alien. No, instead, I'm like, Mom, there's the fucking Serge Tankian is a polyamorous extraterrestrial that came from another fucking planet, and he heard my telepathic cries, and then he showed up and he's trying to fuck me, Mom. And she's just like, just quit saying crazy ass fucking shit and shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about you. Paris Hilton doesn't give a fuck about you. Nobody cares. Even I don't care about you. I'm so done with you. That's literally my fucking life. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, I'm over here making sense. I'm over here like, Mom, did you hear what they said? That telepathy is real? Harvard Medical School said that. And she's just like, shut the fuck up and go and fucking do something. That's my mom. Now, Sky Riley's mom, she literally sacrificed everything. She was like, I sacrificed my fucking job. I lost my career because of you. Girl, my mom ain't lose no damn career over me. If anything, she'd be like, shut the fuck up and don't fucking say anything crazy around here. Because I'm not about to lose my fucking job over your fucking dumbass. Oh my fucking God, that's my mom. That's my fucking mom. Sky Riley's mom was like, I sacrificed so much for you. I'm your manager. I went up. I fucking promoted you. I did all of this for you. My mom's like, you do that yourself. You're a grown man. You're not a woman. My mom said that before. She's literally said that. And I've told her, like, Mom, are you a sexist? Girl, she whoops my ass immediately. She hates me. My mom fucking hates me off the fucking wall. She's hated me since I was a fucking child, obviously. Since I was a baby. Since I was born out of the fucking womb. Right now, she's doing the silent treatment on me. She blocked me on Facebook and then unblocked me like 3 hours later. And then I was like, hey, Mom. And she's just playing the silent treatment. Like, it says online 5 hours ago, online 25 minutes ago. And she reads my stuff but doesn't reply. All because I told her. She got mad because I told her I can't stand abusive fucking people working in the fucking entertainment or public realm or whatever. That's literally why she got mad. I'm just like, I don't understand that. Like, I really don't get why you're mad. Like, I would understand if she's mad if, like, everyone's on my side. And she's like, why are you mad at people? Everyone's on your fucking side. Like, everyone likes you. That, I would be like, okay, Mom, I understand. I understand now. Now it makes sense. But I will tell her, but they didn't make it obvious. I'd be like, Mom, did you see what this man did? No, actually, I'd be like, the only way they made it obvious is through telepathy and teleportation. I'd be like, that's the only way, Mom. They didn't make it obvious in the sense of, like, Mike not actually saying that, go touch grass, or this nigga over here saying, stop yapping, homie. Like, do you understand what I'm talking about? No, I'm gonna keep yapping. That's what people do when they're in pain. Have y'all ever noticed that when people are in pain, they don't sit there and they're just like the fucking, like smile? I am that alien. Sky Riley, I was like, girl, bye the fuck. And she couldn't walk away from the alien. The whole time I was like, if you know you're being, I would have handled that. I would have been like, okay. I'd be like, okay, so obviously this alien is using, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, manipulating reality so it's not actually real. And she kept reminding herself that this is not real. Like, it's not fucking real. Like, she started waking up and realizing a whole bunch of that shit wasn't fucking real. And then she keeps on, it's just like a cycle, and you keep realizing it's just like, dude, this alien's gonna eventually stop. Like, there's nothing fun about this. Like, eventually when someone just keeps on not giving in to you, like, the alien's gonna be like, God damn it, they're supposed to kill themselves. That's the whole point. What the fuck? That's my old, because obviously you can tell that alien is addicted to sticking their head into that person's mouth. And the only reason why they let that happen is because they give into it. Do you notice that was the first and the second movie? That's what happened. They gave into it. Don't give into it. Even if you're in pain, be like, it's not real. This alien is just manipulating, like psychologically manipulating me into making me feel like I have pain. But I'm actually still alive. Like, this is gonna be over pretty soon because obviously this alien just wants me to smile and commit suicide in front of these people. Like, girl, bye. The fuck? I'd be like, girl, bye. The fuck? And I wouldn't be getting scared over someone teleporting and smiling. I'd be like, number one, I'd be like, quantum teleportation is real, so this isn't fucking scary. I've already said that before, like, because my mom teleported in the least harmful way. You know what I'm talking about? It was in the most, like, least harmful way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I was like, girl, bye. Every time I've had teleportation happen, it's always been, like, in this, like, poltergeist way. And you know how poltergeists are called funny ghosts in German? So it's always been in a poltergeist way. It's never been in a fucking, like, smile to way. Someone showing up and they're like, I'd be like, girl, number one, girl, fix your teeth. I really would say that. I'd be like, why are you confidently smiling? Because that mouth is nasty as hell. That's what I would say. I would walk away from it and I'd be like, oh, the fuck? And I go text my friend and be like, girl, you will not believe this nasty ass fucking bitch with some fucking worms up in her fucking teeth started smiling at me. I was like, I'd be like, yeah, that was giving creepy ass fucking Smile 2 vibes. And I was like, that's not really that creepy. They should have at least had some white teeth. Did you notice everyone in Smile had, like, white teeth when they did that shit? You know what I'm talking about? Nobody had raggedy ass teeth. Nobody was a fucking homeless crackhead. Everyone was like a fucking, like, actor, like SAG-AFTRA actor. You know what I'm talking about? Man, but I lost it with Lucas Gage. Whenever he grinned, I was like, oh my god, like it's not creepy, it's hot. God, I was so pissed. I was like, this man isn't creepy, he's hot. This is bothering me. When he first came on the scene, I was like, why is this hot guy? Why are they showing this hot guy at the? This is bothersome. This is supposed to be a scary movie. I'm not supposed to be like aroused by it. You know what I'm talking about? This is supposed to be a scary movie. And he shows up and he was like this trap house guy, and I was like, ooh, he's a bad boy. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, god damn it. And then he was in this movie Companion. I was like, oh my god, why are they putting this sexy man up in this bitch? I got so mad, dude. I was like, this is so abusive. This movie is so abusive. Like, why are they just putting all these hot guys up in here? Anyway, so who was that guy? I think that guy was in that movie. Was it Andrew Garfield? No, it wasn't Andrew Garfield. It looked like Andrew. I need to look up the actors. But, girl, I'm just saying, yeah, it was really hard to sustain the Smile 2 thing because of Lucas Gage, because his grin, I was like, that's not. Did they tell him, don't look creepy, look sexy? You know what I'm talking about? Did they tell him that? Because when he grinned, I was like, that's a sexy ass grin. It's like, is this supposed to be a scary movie? And then I kind of started laughing when he grabbed the fucking the weight. I was like, that is such a cheesy death. Don't play that. Don't play that. That's not a horror movie. Because I was like, that's a heavy ass weight for him to be carrying it like that, like it's a fucking, like a feather. No. Mm-mm. And I got mad because I was like, they're ruining his beautiful. I actually got mad at that part. I was like, they're ruining his beautiful face. Like, what the fuck is this? So the beginning was really annoying, and then further on, it started to get kind of funny because like Gemma, I don't know, it just felt funny. It just felt funny because Gemma was like, I don't know, she felt very relatable. She felt like someone I would know in real life, like a friend. That was just so funny to me when she was like, she was like, remember, ride or die, bitch, ride or die. And like she's all riding, and then she turns around and she's like, Gemma hates you, Sky. I would have been a girl in real life. I would have been like, girl, shut your ass the fuck up and get out of the driver's seat. Because I'd be like, are you trying to attack me? I'd be like, girl, are you going to drive off the cliff? Because obviously, like, the entity doesn't kill you. It's trying to get you to kill yourself. Like, that's it. It's trying to scare you into killing yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Like, number two, in that environment, there are no inalienable rights. Do you understand what I'm talking about? There are no inalienable rights in that fucking environment. In Smile 1, Smile 2, because it's just like, if you had the inherent sense of life, why would you kill yourself over some silly ass, dusty ass little demon? You know what I'm talking about? That little silly ass fucking demon. I wouldn't have screamed when the demon came out of Sky. If a demon came out of myself, I would have been like, this is scary, but I would run in terror. I don't understand why she fucking sat there and just, no, I would run in terror. And all those dancers sitting in the back. Like, do you understand what it is to have people around you and you just let this demon take you over? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you see other people around you. And if they were all grinning, number two, if the demon was fucking chasing me, I'd be like, okay, it's time to run. That's what she should have done. She should have ran. I don't give a fuck if everyone's smiling at me. I'll go and hide. And then the demon will start some shit over again. You'll open your eyes and then you're somewhere else. I'd be like, girl, I guess I'm just gonna have to live with this shit, but I'm not gonna kill myself. This little bitch, all he's good for is people popping up and shit. And they disappear and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Did y'all ever notice that nobody actually harmed someone? Like the demon, they were just smiling. Like nobody grabbed a knife and started stabbing the fuck out of her. You know what I'm talking about? Or did they? I don't know. But then they ended up waking up. At that point, I would have realized, like, I'm actually mentally ill. You know what I'm talking about? And I just wouldn't kill myself. I'd be like, I just have to live with this. And the demon would eventually get bored. They'd just be like, girl, like, I'm supposed to fucking go in their fucking, open their mouth and go. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, that movie was, like, silly. It was silly. And then she was like, you know, her friend Gemma, she was like, girl, you texted me. And I was like, I thought you hated me, blah, blah, blah. Girl, friends don't do that shit. Friends are just like, whatever, girl, whatever. Whatever, it's all good, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, Gemma got all dramatic. She was like, actually, like, you remember that phone call when she was in the car? She was like, I thought you hated me, girl, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, girl, friends don't do that. Besties don't do that. The fuck, she'd be like, girl, whatever, we've all been there, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That's what a bestie does. We've all been there, girl, whatever. What's that song? That song that goes, well, who hasn't? Oh, yeah, Sheryl Crow. She was like, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, then why the hell are you so sad? Probably because Paris Hilton is being rude as hell. That's probably it. I'm just saying because I'm just saying. But anyway, look, like I was saying, John Luca isn't a legitimate public figure. This is the thing about America, like they have it twisted about what a public figure means. Um, very twisted. Like they think the idea of a public figure to make it seem like the entire public is on their side. You know what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, because when you open your eyes and you start realizing like not everyone is paying attention to what fucking Paris Hilton is doing 24 fucking 7, and this bitch is fucking acting like she acts like everyone's obsessed with her. Donald Trump acts like everyone's obsessed with him. I'm not even keeping up with what back in 2016, 15, I kept up with like everything that was going on. But lately, I haven't been keeping up with anything. And then I just hear random people in society talking about, oh, he's deporting all these people. And I'm just like, this time, I'm not letting him have power over me. I'm just saying, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I just ignore it and I say, like, that's bullshit. That's not going to happen. I'm just saying, it's just bullshit. It's not going to happen because it's too many people. You know what I'm talking about? It's just way too many people. You would need nanotechnology for that to happen. And at that point, that would be violating someone's rights because at the end of the day, like, nobody is an illegal in this universe being born. Now, when I mention genocide, that would have to be against replicants and abusive ass fucking people. That's a different story. So I'm just saying, John Luca Conte and then Aaron Malinowski, and they're over there talking about they posted thirst traps, and I was like, not here, not in my world, not in my universe, not in my universe. Posting thirst traps, so it's just like, oh, okay, so you're just like practically saying that I literally like do stuff to turn people on and just let them down. Like I'm fucking with their physiology. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. I am fucking with their physiology. That's what you're saying. I'm fucking with their psychology and their physiology. I am abusing people that are in sexual need through the internet and just fucking with them and then getting together with people like Paris Hilton and making it seem like it's all legal just because I'm hanging out with that stupid bitch. Okay, I'm gonna go because